Welcome back, a toda madre. It's the moment of truth. It's the moment of truth. What you all been waiting for. Raul, what you think about it? Raul, what was it? Raul. It was fight weekend, people. It was fight weekend. And all I can say is wow. Wow. And wow. There was 3 fights, major fights this weekend. But there was like 6 other ones. So if you guys don't want to hear about it, skip to like the last 6 minutes. Because I ain't going to talk about each and one of them. All right? There was for sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to talk about like 12 fights. So if you guys don't want to hear it, you can skip the video. Or you can just skip to the last minute mark 10. Minute mark 10. All right? This I'm gonna go by like this. I'm gonna talk about the Mario Barrios fight versus Ramos. I'm gonna talk about Cepeda versus Farmer. Then I'm gonna talk about the Ramirez versus Barbosa. Then I'm gonna talk about the Katie Taylor versus Serrano. Then I'm gonna talk about the Oliveira versus Chandler. Then I'm gonna talk about John Jones versus Stipe. I'm going to talk about Zurdo versus CBS. And I'm going to finish it off with the Tyson fight. I'm just letting you know how it's going to go. I'm going to give each one for like about 2 minutes. A quick rundown of what I think, what I believe who should do. And they're the right winner won. All right. El Azteca Mario Barrios versus Ramos for the 147 WBC belt. What I told you guys, that this was going to be a 50-50 fight, that it was going to be back and forth action, because these are not like your A-level guys. They're guys who don't have power, and we saw it. We had an amazing fight, a back and forth fight. Both guys were dropped. Wow, just fucking wow. For sure, fight of the year contender. If you want all action packed, no defense, for sure. It was back and forth. I did not expect. Honestly, I expected Barrios to win a regular unanimous decision. 7-5, 8-4. I did not expect it to be that close. I liked every minute of it. I enjoyed it. And that's when I say that Jake Paul's good for boxing, because of these undercard fights, that they're so equal on everything, equal on power, equal on stamina, equal on level of fighting, that no one's going to be better by an inch, or like better by like a foot or something like that. You know what I mean. Esa pelea estaba toda madre. Our draw was good. Should Barrios give him the rematch? It was already, how can I say it? It wasn't a mandatory. Like, they gave you an opportunity. Ramos did his best, but not the best to win the match. I'm okay with draw. I'm okay if he moves on. On to the next one. Cepeda versus Farmer. Cepeda threw 1,067 punches. We're talking about 100 punches per round. Almost 100 punches per round. That is fucking amazing. That guy is relentless. Yes, he was dropped. He was caught. It was like a flash knockdown. And he continued, went to the body, went to the face, went to the body, went to the face. Tevin Farmer, slick fighter, running back, Philly shell, hugging, trying to stay alive. That guy's all heart. All fucking heart. It was a great fight, but it was very one-sided beatdown. Cepeda did not get the knockout. Cepeda got the win. It was clearly that he won. People were saying, oh, Farmer was robbed. No, he wasn't. Honestly, Cepeda's going to say, I'm like, a lot of people just choose him because Cepeda's Mexican. and Farmer's American. And if you ride with Americans more than Mexican, obviously you're gonna have it like that. But you're gonna tell me that the guy who threw 1,000 punches and kept chasing him and chasing him and chasing him and chasing him deserves to lose? He outpunched him by like 400 punches. Yeah. The right winner won. Is he ready for Shakur? I think he is. People are saying, "Oh, Shakur's gonna do this." Shakur doesn't have power. Shakur's not gonna bring the fight to. He's not gonna bring the fight to Zepeda. Tevin Farmer brought the fight to Zepeda. Shakur's not gonna do that. I can promise you that. I can promise. He's gonna run, but can he run from 1,000 punches? Can he run from 1,000 punches? And once Zepeda starts landing, are you going to be able to breathe? Are you going to be able to keep on going? Is your heart going to be there a la Tevin Farmer? Mira, mis respetos para Tevin Farmer. Neta que ese güey, mis respetos. Ese güey es a toda madre. Ese güey es nada de que se la jala. No, es una verga ese güey. Una pinche verga. Pero perdiste. Una verga, pero perdiste. Him, a toda madre. Zepeda for throwing 1,000, a toda madre. I think Zepeda's ready. You should go for it. If you don't want to go the Stevenson route, try to get Lomachenko. If you can't get Lomachenko, try to get Baranchik. You know Tank Davis ain't going to fight you. Know that. Jose Ramirez versus Barboza. The right winner won. Barboza. It was a very boring fight. I don't know if Ramirez is shot already. He's not where he was anymore. That's for sure. He should have moved up 2 years ago to 147. Because I do feel like him milking all the way to 140 is literally like killing him. Like he's in a way like he fights like lethargic. He fights slow. He fights tired. Now I don't know if he has like hard sparring, but him fighting like that, come on, there's gotta be something to it. There's gotta be something to it. Arnold Barboza is trying to be this slick fighter fighting on the back foot, but he keeps his foot planted. I don't know what the fuck. Can he win a title? Maybe, but he seemed too stiff. He looked too. He was only fighting reaction. He was reacting to everything. He wasn't really like zeroed in and creating his own stuff. He was only reacting to what Jose was doing. Every fight's not gonna be like that, brother. You're gonna have to get in there. You're gonna have to create your own shots, create your own movements. Don't wait on that counter attack, because sometimes it might never get there to you. He's the mandatory 140 for a belt, I believe, or he becomes like a chance to fight for a belt by defeating someone else, and that someone else can be Jack Catterall. Can he beat him? Jack Catterall is better, but that fight might be even more boring. The right guy won, though. I know I was going to talk about the Mando Serrano fight, but let me talk about the Oliveira versus Chandler first. This is where I talk shit on UFC. It's fight like this ones where I'm like, fuck, man. I understand that submission takes time. I understand that setting up in a position to get in there, it takes time. But to go for a takedown after takedown after takedown after takedown, and you want to go for the submission, it's taking you forever. Like, man, I wish where I can be like, it should take you only 30 seconds to try to get there. If you can, get them up. I don't know. That's my idea. People might hate it because I'm not a diehard UFC fan, but I believe that for those reasons alone, it makes me turn the channel. Obviously, I didn't turn the channel because I was like, I got nothing else to do. Might as well finish watching the fight. But it would get me so fucking bored. Like, dude, come on. Other than that, he was beating the shit of Chandler. Landing, boom, boom. He scared us on the 5th round. I honestly thought Chandler had him. And I was like, fucking really? Or you're gonna fucking lose to this fucking guy? But no, he managed, he survived, and he won. Well deserved win. Unanimous decision. I literally gave him 4 rounds to 1. So, and that's because of that scaring part. And then at the end, he almost submitted him as well. Both had a heart and both had a chin that continue. To me, it looked funny how Chandler would literally run and shit. But it was a good fight. But again, because of the way that I am, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. You, I just wish submission could be faster. But wishful thinking is something else. Chandler, go fight Mini Khabib. Islam. Go fight Islam. Is that his name? I forgot his name. The champion in that division. Go get your rematch, bro. Go get your rematch. Should we talk about Zurdo or Katie first? Zurdo or Katie first? Zurdo. Let's talk about Katie's. Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Wow. What an amazing fight. Definitely women's fight of the year contender. Because you got to remember, we had the Katie Taylor versus Michaela Mayer. That one was a fucking banging fight. And now this one, ooh, even better. Now that I rewatched the fight without audio, well, I had some audio, but very unbiasedly, yes, Amanda Serrano won. I thought Katie Taylor had done enough, but that was because I was captured in the moment. And because I didn't want because I didn't want Serrano to win. So that gave me a biased look towards it. But after everything, even if it was a draw, like where you're like, okay, I gave 5 rounds to Katie and I gave 5 rounds to Serrano, you still have to deduct that point, and Katie still loses. Not only that, but Amanda Serrano did outland her by 100 punches. 100 punches. Damn. Well, that's what she said on Twitter. I haven't checked the stats. Anyways, it was a good fight. Girls, you guys put on a fucking show. You guys showed the men how to fight. Honestly, bravo. That fight was a toda fucking madre. One more than a toda madre. A toda fucking madre. That's a meter of 11 out of 10. You hit the epical. It's an epic battle. Katie Taylor should retire. I think Mother Time caught up to her. Serrano, go defend your titles. You're still undisputed at 126, I think it is. For you to come up all the way to 140. Respect out on that. You have all my fucking respect, and you as a fighter, a toda madre. Katie Taylor as a fighter, a toda madre. The fight itself, a toda fucking madre. Neta. Let me go with the other UFC card, because I do want to save the last two for the fun. John Jones versus Stipe Miocic. I don't know. Like I said, Stipe was coming out of a 3-year inactivity. John Jones, the younger fighter, looked like me, todo panzón and shit, with a beer belly. After what I saw, I see why he doesn't want to fight Tom Aspinall. After what I saw, I knew Stipe was done. Any kick that was thrown to the body, he was hurting. He looked slow. You can say it was rusty, but he looked slow. Yeah, those 3 years affected him. And when people say, oh, sometimes those 3 years can help you out, refresh you because you came out of a knockout, I'm like, yeah. But first you have to take softer position before getting back in the game. Tevin Farmer. He hadn't fought in 3 years. He came back, got soft touches. Got 2 soft touches, went and fought Raymond Murataya, went to a war where people did see that he won. I had it as a draw, but he lost. And then he fights Cepeda, another grueling match where I did see him lose. That's what Stipe should have done. Stipe should have fought someone on the low level, try to get my body back and all that. not try to go for the fucking guy. Yeah, the money's not the same. But come on, man. That was a it was a bullshit. It was all bullshit to me. I had to see it because again I have nothing else to do. I'm like, it's Saturday. Let's just watch it to watch it. Could it be that earlier I had seen the Latino night card before going into this UFC card? Yeah, it could have been that too. That what I saw in the on those fights, I was like, damn. And then when I saw with this, I'm like, come on. And then what I had seen on Friday night, come on. It. I wish John Jones can fight Espinal. It looks like they might give him. I know that Dana White said if he wants to fight, it's gonna be with Espinal. But what if he starts saying, "Oh, give me the BMF title. Give me the BMF title, Alex. Give me the BMF title." He's just if it's that he's just ducking up, and people are gonna say, "What else can he duck? What else can he duck?" If you continue to fight, you have to fight the guys. It's that simple. He's saying, "Oh, I don't want to fight Tom because he's 30 pounds heavier." But yet you want to fight Alex? You're what, 20 pounds heavier? You say that you walk around the same weight. I don't think so. You look like a fat little tart. He looks fit. I don't know. I don't want to see that fight. I want to see Tom versus you. So get to it. Dana, you know what to do. El Zurdo Ramirez versus CBS, a unification match at cruiserweight. This is Zurdo Ramirez's third fight in the cruiserweight division. Coming into the fight, we were wondering how he was going to deal with CBS pressure, his power. Yes, he's the better boxer. He turned into a mover, which I was shocked. I was like, damn. But then again, you don't have height advantage. You don't have weight advantage no more. You're not a bully. Now you're the one who's being bullied. Cause now you're fighting guys at your level, 200-pound guys. And when I say Zurdo put in a masterclass performance, that's an understatement. I had never seen Zurdo fight like that. And yes, the Bivol fight completely obscured a lot of people's vision on Zurdo just because he looked bad when he had looked great in other times as a pressure fighter. And going with that left, having that little kind of a knockout power in a way, but he had power. And then he kind of lost it in light heavy, and now he doesn't have it at cruiserweight. But those punches that he was landing, those pivots, those turns, and boom, God almighty. I did not expect a beatdown. I said Zurdo by unanimous decision. I did not expect this guy to beat the shit out of him. The shit out of him for at least 10 fucking long rounds. I was wondering when are they going to throw the towel? Get him with an uppercut. Maybe that can drop him. CBS all fucking hard. CBS is hard. A toda madre. That guy never gave up after so much beating. Zurdo's masterclass performance? Wow. Does Zurdo have enough for Jaya Patayev or the other champion? I don't know. I know he's good. I know that as of right now, I am going to put him in my pound for pound. And I will give you guys my pound for pound. I don't know if he has enough to beat them. But if against Jaya Patayev, if he can go close quarters, if he goes toe-to-toe, I know that Zurdo has a better inside game. Is it enough? Is it enough to beat Jai? Time will tell. I know that Better Beef wanted to fight the winner. I know that Zurdo called out Jaya Patayev for another unification fight. I know they called out Better Beef and Usyk that he would move up to cruiserweight or they would meet in the middle, something like that. Perdón, heavyweight, because that's where Usyk fights. But Usyk has bigger fish to fry. So we'll see. That fight, I can't give it a toda madre, but I will a toda madre. Like I can't give that fight like a 10 out of 10, but I'll give that beatdown on a toda madre because he beat the fuck out of him. I did not expect that, and that's why he made it to my list because I did not expect him to beat him bad. And let's go to the favorite fight of the night, what everybody's been talking. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Fuck that fight. We don't need to talk about it. Nah, just kidding. All I'm gonna say is this. Thank you, Jake Paul, for not knocking him out. I know you held back. Thank you for that. That was really, really nice of you. The other thing I can say, the videos that we saw with Mike Tyson, I honestly believe all those training videos was before he had his heart attack, or what was it? Is basically when he landed in the hospital. I forgot what it was. We never saw him practice again after that. We never saw that he had a brace on his knee after that. We don't know none of that. All those training videos were before that accident. And then, of course, the contract thing. And then, of course, he's 58 years old. The robbery. But then again, people, why would you think that a 58-year-old man was going to do something? Why? Because he's Mike Tyson? I bought into the illusion. I said Mike Tyson was going to win because I just didn't want to say Jake Paul would win. And I kept telling everyone, if Mike Tyson's power is still there, it is a 50-50 fight for 3 rounds, 4 rounds. Obviously, he never landed it. Obviously, he only threw like 20 shots. So what can I say? What can I say? It was fight weekend, guys. It was fight weekend. I had a great fucking time. Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday night, a good fucking time. Hope you guys liked it. If you guys saw Mike Tyson sell out to Jake Paul, who sold the whole world thinking that it was going to be a good fight, what did you guys know? I know what you guys thought of it. It was a piece of shit fight. Why am I not asking that? If you guys have a pound for pound for list, does Zurdo make it in? And what about the rest of the cards? Amanda Serrano versus Katie Taylor is that fight of the year. Barrios and Ramos, does he deserve a rematch? Is Cepeda ready for Shakur? Is Barbosa going to beat Jack Catterall, or what's his next move? Does Oliveira go fight that fool? Is John Jones going to continue to dog Aspinall? What's next? What's next? Anyways, people, you have a good night, a good evening, and a good morning.